Hi, good evening. I'm back again for this evening's live stream, and I've got some interesting football context. Or is it good morning to you, or good afternoon to you, wherever you're watching around the world? Because here we're late in London. Here late in London, it's another good evening from your guy, your host himself, DLG Reppin. And thank you for giving me this opportunity again to record another video. And we've got some interesting discussions going on. Club v country row over England players' fitness. So Gareth Southgate's going to be in deep conversation with club management over key England players such as Sterling in the wings, Rashford, Greenwood, etc. Former Manchester City playmaker David Silva has been blasted by Lazio sporting director. Wait till I get my teeth sunk into this story. And last but not least, involving Arsenal transfer news, and that's Unai Emery wants to bring Matteo Guendouzi to Villarreal to be a replacement for Santiago Cazorla. Well, we'll see how that one goes. So let me just start off with the club v country row over England players' fitness, and I can read a bit from here. As it says here at the back of the newspapers, breaking point. Club v country tug of war over tired players. Written by Charlie Wyatt. So he's covered up this story here. So I'm going to read on. Gareth Southgate faces a battle with both Manchester clubs over players for England's UEFA Nations League clashes. Stars such as United skipper Harry Maguire and City's Raheem Sterling will only have had a 2-week break before preparations begin for next month's games away to Iceland and Denmark. Southgate looks set to name an extended Three Lions squad next week ahead of the trip to Reykjavik on September the 5th and then Copenhagen 3 days later. Well, it's a short space of time, to have this competition. Personally, I think they should have scrapped it. This UEFA League thing, scrap it. It makes no damn point at all. Certain players have played in Europa League semi-finals and got knocked out. All they want to do is just rest until the new football season begin. That should be scrapped. That's less important for me. Meaningless. But that's my personal view. Reading on. But City and United are worried their players who would begin training at St George's Park on Monday week will take part in 2 competition games inside a week. So soon after returning from Champions League and Europa League action in Portugal and Germany, Maguire and fellow Red Devils Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Marcus Rashford and Mason Greenwood are set to be picked for England's first game in 10 months. Sterling, John Stones and Phil Foden should make up City's contingent. All the players are desperate to play despite their club's concerns. Yes, not just the club's concerns, fans' concerns. By the time September the 12th comes along, they're going to be playing for their clubs yet again, and they would have had only a week preparation to prepare. They would have had 7 days to prepare for the fixture that is going to be played on September the 12th. And speaking of the fixtures, they're out tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. You heard it first, or you've heard it from me, DLG Reppin. Remember that. So, England fans, both Manchester clubs calling Manchester City and Manchester United fans. Do you think this UEFA League competition is a waste of time? If you have if you got an answer to that question, then leave it in the comments section below, or whatever your thoughts or your views are. Again, leave it in my comment section below. Reading on, the FA's medical team will be in constant dialogue with their City and United counterparts over player fitness. The Stars would have been due to report for training at the clubs on Monday week, but those initial sessions are likely to be less rigorous than England's will be. Boss Southgate is taking both games seriously. He sees this as the start of the countdown to next year's Euros. Southgate is in week 2 of quarantine at his Yorkshire home following a holiday in Portugal. Wow. So he's recently come back from Portugal. And luckily, I booked my weekend to Germany 7 months before it happened. And luckily, there's no quarantine for me, so I'm good. I can legally go to work. But some can't go to work. So spare a thought for the unfortunate there. Southgate is in, This will not stop him resuming his duties next week. No, he's England manager. He's England national team football manager, and his duty is to get the best out of England and to pick his best 23-man squad and his best starting 11 at the end of the day. That's his task. So moving on to other news. Just push for time. Former Manchester City playmaker David Silva has been blasted by Lazio sporting director, and for me, he has criticised David Silva as a man. Well, first and foremost, his agent was spoken to by the club Lazio. So his father, I feel that David Silva's father goes by the name of hang on, do bear with me. Yeah, Fernando Jimenez. I'm going to read where it says here. Silva's father, Fernando Jimenez, told a Spanish radio station there were contacts with Lazio, but also with Real and other teams. Then my son decided to go to Real Sociedad, that is. David was surprised by the reaction. Lazio talked to his agent, not David. So I don't understand why they bring him up as a man. Well, if that's what the sporting director of Lazio is saying, his name is what's his name? It'll come to me. Yeah, he goes by the name of Igli Tare, if I've pronounced his name right. Now, Mr. Igli Tare has said that he respected David Silva. He respects David Silva, who's won laden of trophies for 10 years at Man City, but he doesn't respect him as a man. Well, first and foremost, I don't think you know him as a man, you know. And second of all, he never spoke to you. He never spoke to you. And thirdly, his agent spoke to Real Sociedad, or his agent spoke to you or the other directors. So think about what you say before you make up allegations. So for David Silva, he chose Real Sociedad. He wanted to be in Spain, and despite the talks of him or the board the board meeting his family in his family home of Gran Canaria, David Silva will be a Real Sociedad player next season. End off. Right, moving on to other news. And Unai Emery wants to sign Matteo Guendouzi, but the price ain't right. That's my last bit of news here. And here it is. Gunners deal with a question mark. If not, Gwen. As it said here, and it's written by who's written it? Covered by Mark Irwin. Unai wants Matteo, but the 30 million price ain't right. Unai Emery wants to go back to Arsenal to rescue Matteo Guendouzi. The new Villarreal boss does not have the cash to match the Frenchman's 30 million asking price, and the Gunners will only let Guendouzi leave on loan as a last resort. Well, doing deals with Arsenal nowadays, it's a joke, complete, utter joke. This will just go on and on and on for months, for more than 6-12 months if it could. But one thing for sure, Arteta has made it clear that he wants to get rid of Guendouzi due to a poor attitude that he showed in the training camp in December, back all the way in Dubai. And his last resort was the clash with Guendouzi and Morpé, where Matteo grabbed him by the throat and Arteta called him about it, and all he did was just display his poor attitude. That tells me he is a complete idiot. And he's got the mentality of a spoiled child programming a man's body. And we as fans don't want that. I'm sure the players don't want him in the dressing room. And Arteta definitely doesn't want him in the dressing room. So for me, the time has come where he will be gone in the summer. Matteo Guendouzi. In other news as well, Emirates chief need cash for new signings, with defender Gabriel Magalhaes expected to arrive for 22 million from Lille, which is BS. It's 27 million, by the way. The Brazilian seemed to confirm the deal on Insta when he touched his hat after a fan asked him to do just that if he was joining Arsenal. Well, that comes across as superstitious to me. A fan asks him to touch his hat if he's joining Arsenal. That comes across as superstitious, but I'll let you guys decide. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up and say to the ladies, to the gentlemen, to the boys, to the girls, thank you for listening. Thank you for putting up with me, and thank you for watching my video. If you've got any views on my context, or an opinion, leave it in the comment section below. Smash the thumbs up like button more than the thumbs down. And do remember to subscribe to my channel, Subscribe to me, DLG Reppin, by smashing that subscribe button as hard and with loads of passion. Left, right and centre galore. I've still got 45 at the moment. Another 955 subscribers, and then big things are gone, as it's once said in the community somewhere. Anyway, have a good night and rest well. Peace, bless and love. And remember, roll on a new day. Sleep well as well, by the way. Good night.